Hello, hello, good morning. How is everybody out there? If I catch somebody live, that will be awesome. If not, there's always the replay. So I understand I have got huge news. So this will affect my online business as well as my local business, but mostly my local business. So what the big news is I'm moving. So for the last I think this was like the start of my third year. I have just been working out of a little massage office at Yellowstone Chiropractic in Sydney, Montana. And I just recently committed to a retail space with like a treatment office. So I'm super excited. It's going to mean a lot of different things. Like in my hours are going to be a lot different, services are going to be a lot different. So if you are someone who's tried my PEMF, or if you've been to my office, you know how crowded it's been, right? Like it's kind of been driving me crazy, but I have been using and appreciating every square inch of that space. So when I move, what I will do, I'm going to add some things in. I'm going to add red light therapy over my PEMF table. So if you don't know what PEMF is, I'm just going to give you a quick overview. It is a biohacking thing. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with biohacking, but biohacking is literally using your own body to heal, to increase itself. So we are stimulating things that are in us, but maybe not working the best. Like the PEMF, you'll hear all in the health realm, wellness realm, everything is about mitochondria. Like so much sickness and disease comes from when our mitochondria are slow and sluggish and lacking energy, lacking frequency. That happens with toxins, with indoor environments, with fluorescent lighting, just all of that. Your blue light, your computer, everything makes it worse. As we, over the generations, have moved indoors, our mitochondria really suffer. So, mitochondria, powerhouse of your cell. Like, if we're going to heal anything in your body, we have got to get your mitochondria going. Mitochondria can do two things in your body: they can either build energy or they can fight stuff like pathogens, viruses, toxins. So if you're really fatigued, chronic fatigue, depleted of energy, like your mitochondria are suffering and they're like busy all day fighting what you don't know, but you don't have any energy because of your mitochondrial health. So PEMF has always been amazing for that. And I've got that bed that we can spot treat or we can do your whole body. And the bed itself also has the binaural beats. So it's got that extra stem cell circulation. It's got that music playing for an extra level of relaxing. And now I'm going to add red light to it too. So the whole red light will cover the bed. And what's even going to be more awesome about having this space is I'll have a treatment room where once I educate you and you know how to use the stuff, you're going to have access to the room. You don't need me to stand there and hover over you. And especially with the red light, you kind of want to do that swimsuit, if not totally skinny, or totally unclothed. So you will have the room to yourself. I will have like packages, it's kind of like a punch card type of thing, and hours where it's available. I'll be there. Like what I do is keep like a doorbell. So if you're having problems, then I can come in and help you. But it's all super easy to use after you've had a good, thorough explanation and training. You can just help yourself. And I if you don't want the red light, I will be reducing the price on just the PEMF use. If you want the red light, then that's just going to be the same price as what my PEMF was, but it's going to add that in. So it's going to be so awesome. And then another thing that I'm going to add is like the professional ionic foot bath. So yes, another detox, another biohacking service. What that's going to look like, my storefront out front, my IV drips, the foot baths, and that kind of thing will be semi-private. So I will be able to have an IV drip going out front and still talk or greet a retail customer. So retail, that's what I really want to talk to you guys about. I would love you to send me some comments, send me some messages on stuff that you would like to see on the retail shelves. So I don't want to go crazy with retail, and it's a small space. So I like want it all, and I'm gonna have to be pretty particular and choose wisely what I can retail. I already have some cool things ordered. Biohacking. I will expand my supplement line. So like I will have walk-in stuff available. Like right now, like so if I've got Cellcore products, they're not a really come in and buy it off the shelf kind of thing. You need to be having an assessment with me. You need to know what we're going to use if we're going to use Cellcore. But I can carry some good vitamin D. Like I really like drops, and then I will have my full script um, account available. So you're just like scan it and then we can go on full script and we can find you what you need. And then it will be an order. But if we use full script, it's like vetted. It's good products. It's not like you're buying at Walmart and you don't know, quality or you don't know what you're getting. So that is in the works. Another thing that I'm pretty sure I'm going to full on commit to is I dabble in some muscle testing, and I'm honest, I'll tell anybody I am a newbie at muscle testing. But I love it. You can muscle test for your supplements. You can muscle test to see like what parasites you're dealing with and that kind of thing. So it's awesome tool. I like to go one step further and invest in a Quest 4 bioenergy reader. So like you hold the copper probe and the computer program kind of reads your frequencies and it reads what problems you've got going on as well as what supplements might help you to get over the problem. But no matter what, I'm a root cause practitioner. So I don't want to get into the place where it's a pill for an ill, kind of thing. I still want to move my clients to root cause, to food first is cure or food is killing you, either one. So we still it won't change that about my practice, but that's something too that I'm like just right here on the verge of committing to. That what scares me about that is the education curve. Like I've got so much on my plate right now that committing the time and the education to that bioenergy thing, I just don't know when I feel like I'm going to be able to get all that incorporated. So let's go back to retail. I know I'm just like so excited this morning. I've been holding on to this. I've been telling my clients that I'm moving, but I haven't really made an announcement. One cool thing that I've already got ordered is I talk a lot about liver detox and castor oil packs. So I've got some castor oil kits ordered from the Queen of Thrones. Like they're the best at castor oil packs. I've got castor oil for the liver, for the thyroid, and for the eyes. So for people who have got that puffy eyes, it's kind of a lot of times it's a lymph problem. So those castor oil packs really like that. Your thyroid really likes it. I'll have those on the shelves. I've got some applications in for products. Another thing that I really like is Paleo Valley. So I love them because they don't have a huge variety of stuff. So it's like not overwhelming for me to stock, but they'll have some food items as well as they've got an awesome apple cider vinegar, like for weight loss type of supplement. And I really want that on the shelf because I tell everybody to take apple cider vinegar. And of course, nobody really wants to. And most everybody want to lose some weight. So that's like a perfect product. It really helps maintain your blood sugar, helps with weight loss, and it's not gross. It's in a capsule. They've got some good clean bone broth, some good clean collagen. And so Paleo Valley, that is one company I'm crossing my fingers that they will accept my application. some things that I have in already. So, biohacking, I talk a lot about EMF protection. I have tried different things in the past, and sometimes I'm inconsistent, or you put one on your cell phone case and then you switch cell phones. So, I had done that, and my new cell phone case, I never did go back and get uh, EMF protector on it. So I just got those in. I'll have those on the shelf, and those are something, they're super small. So these are going to be something I'd totally be willing to ship out, put them on my website and ship them out, because I can mail this super easy and it won't cost me a fortune to mail. Most of my products, I don't really want to mail. So some of them I can do drop ship, or like the full script, you can ship it to yourself. Like for me, as a little person who doesn't have that mailing privilege, like what I have to charge for shipping is obnoxious, and it just kind of, it aggravates me, right? But these will work. This one is, I got myself like a big kit. This one is a big kit for my new office space. So it's got an EMF, it's just like a sticker thing, and it'll take me too much time, I think, to try to open it. Maybe not. Maybe I could open and talk at the same time. But what you do with it is there's like a big one that you put. Oh, I left it laying upstairs. But it just comes in this box, and there's like a bigger one that you put inside the door on your fuse box. And then there's other little just bars that you put on your electricity outlets, like throughout your space. You just kind of space them out. It's not that it's only protecting the outlet you put it on, it's just like space. So you're just spacing things out. So back in my red light room, or my PEMF room, I'll put one in there to help protect from that EMF, because there is going to be fluorescent lighting in there, which I don't love, but that's just what it is for right now. And like the red light system that I'm getting is as low EMF as possible and still have it operational. But that little thing that you put on the outlet just gives my clients, gives me a little bit more EMF protection. I put the bracelet on this morning. Don't you love that? So that's an EMF protective bracelet. They're super affordable. They're under $100. I got myself one, and I got just a couple extras for now on my first order. Another thing, like with that EMF protection, let's see. I don't want to dig them out, but they have little, just the plasticky bands for kids. So I got a few of those for, I have a couple of grandbabies. They're old enough that I think they'll keep it on, but you just protect your kids with that little EMF, just a nice little bracelet, and they're protected. I got my AirPods. So I know that I can live without AirPods, but they're just super convenient. And I'm always like back and forth. Like, I know the EMF, is it worth it? It's right by my head, so the kit comes with little stickers. Can you see that? So you just put the sticker on your headphones. The AirPod kit has one for each headphone, and then one for the holder. So that just simply helps rewire those frequencies so that EMF is not toxic to you. I'm really, really excited about that, about the EMF protection. What else was I thinking? Brands. If you have something that you really like, shout it out. I personally, I don't have anything against multi-level marketing. I've used a lot of them in the past. I'm a great customer for multi-level marketing, but I don't want to build a business with multi-level marketing. I don't have time for that. So in my retail, I really want to go away from that. I was doing, or am doing, Organo coffee. I might still do it, but it is multi-level marketing. So like for me to put it on the shelf, the profit margin isn't very great. It's better if you just go and order it yourself, and then I get commission. I'm using a face oil from them that I love right now, and the coffee with the reishi mushroom I love. And then you can buy just plain reishi mushrooms. So but I want to move away from that. So if you are using a great mushroom coffee that you love, shout it out, put it in the comments. I'd love to look it up, research it, and see if that's something that I'd like on my shelves. The Paleo Valley has got excellent mushroom stuff. Like their bone broth, I think, has got mushroom in it, and they've got a couple of mushroom supplements. So, kind of on the mushroom end, if I get Paleo Valley, they will have me covered, but they don't have the coffee side of it. So I'm looking for something there. I've got a friend who does an excellent job at skincare and makeup line, all natural. Her and I have talked before, but I didn't have the shelf room for it. So that's something I'd like to bring in is I think she calls her line sticks and twigs or sprigs and twigs or something like that. But she is an awesome lady. And I'd love to partner with her and help her out and help you out and maybe make a little cash on the side. I do use Beautycounter as well, and I will probably keep that. And it'll be more of a scan the QR code, go online and buy it because they've got shampoo and they've got hand sanitizer or soaps, and they've got makeup and stuff as well, so there'll be multiple avenues there. Then let's talk about oils. I'm struggling with this one. So I've used Young Living. There again, multi-level marketing. I really think it's overpriced. I just absolutely do. And I don't want to discourage anybody from using it. Just like if someone of my clients is using Young Living and they want to stick with their supplements, that's fine. Like I'll work with that. I just won't claim to be an expert in it. I love oils, but that there too, education wise, it's not my niche. It's not my specialty or my wheelhouse. So I love it. I think there's a ton of benefits in it, but I'm not the person to come to for advice on essential oils. My main thing that I do a raindrop session. So it's a hour and a half session, like where you put the hot oils on your back. And I use that for an emotional release session. It's just really amazing, but like, I just know it works. I'm not an expert in it. So talk to me about oils. I have contacted that, is it Revive oil company that's gotten pretty popular. And like there again, I have a Young Living business account. So because I love the Thieves line. I love all my clients, I'm preaching all day non-toxic. And like even sidetracked side thing, I would be willing, like if I've got a client or a local who's a Norwex dealer, I would be willing to do pop-ups, let them come in and do pop-up shops. I will have enough floor space where you could have a little kind of pop-up party in there. So that would be acceptable. Or if I've got a client who wants to have like a QR code and a couple Norwex products, like Norwex has so much stuff. Like I'm not giving up the shelf room for a whole Norwex display, but I do push a lot of clients that way when we're talking about non-toxic cleaning stuff. So Thieves, I love the stuff. I love the fruit wash. I love all that. But even if I buy that at cost as a business, like I have to spend way too much money just to put it on my shelf, and the markup is just not there. So there too, a person is almost better off just becoming a member and buying it at their own discount. So Young Living is just hard for me as a business to get behind. I have been accepted with that. I go blank. I don't remember if it's Revive or Relieve. I think it's Revive, the essential oils that are really, they have the quality of your doTERRA or the Young Living, but they don't have the price tag. And I can do a decent retail deal with them if I order in volume. So they're going to make it hard for me because I have to put in a huge order to keep it on my shelf. But they have the cleaning products. They've got the Thieves line, they've got the laundry detergent, and they've got all of that. But I'm still not convinced that as a retailer, that's the best way for me to go. So I'm looking into a few different cleaning options. So my retail is all going to be revolving around the things I'm telling my clients every day that they need to change to improve their health. The ditch and switch, like getting away from your toxins, cleaning, beauty care. So that's what my retail is going to look like, the EMF. I might have a few little quirky fun things here and there, but on the retail side, I'll have quirky hours because there's going to be times when I'm going to have my door locked when I don't want to be interrupted. Like if you're sitting down with me for a consultation, you deserve and you get my full attention. So my scheduling is going to be hard because it's going to have to be door locked, and I'm going to have to put a sign on the door that says, come back at a certain amount of time, or I'm just going to keep that door unlocked for blocks of time, and those are going to be my retail walk-in hours. So I'll have to ask everybody in advance for some grace as I figure all this out. Another thing that I'm crossing my fingers, I'm working with a local gal that does milk off of her farm, eggs, and I think she'll do butter and a few different things like that, where she'll just get a cooler and it'll all be her drop off place. And like she'll keep a scan for Venmo, or you drop her cash and you can just come in and pick up the stuff. Right now she's doing a weekly, hey, I'm in the cell barn with her coolers, come pick up from me. And that's working, but I think it could be way more convenient for all of us if it was just at my store. And there were more hours. There's still going to be quirky hours, and I'm still probably going to annoy people and piss you off with my hours, but that's just how it's going to be. The space is small, so like down the road, maybe I could have a clerk, or somebody out in front, but really probably not, because I only have that one treatment room. So there's only so many things that can be going on in there at the same time anyway. So much cool things are going to be happening. So much trial and error, so much remains to be seen how it's going to play out. So, I'm not very good at comments. There's some comments. Let me just take a breath and quit talking and look this up. Oh, it's Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. Yeah, Jennifer, she's one of my favorites, but she's into all this stuff. She knows it. Checked out Earthly. No, I have never heard of that one. So I will check that out. That'll be awesome. Kristen, thank you. I'm excited for me too. Like my head is spinning. Like it's just it's so much. And education wise, there's so much to keep up on. So it's a lot, but I love it. Every day is a new adventure. Let's see what Jen say about Paleo Valley. Oh, you like their beef sticks. That I wondered, I haven't tried them yet. And I don't do pepper well. So we get the ones from Thrive Market, and some days the pepper about pushes me overboard and other days it's fine. But pepper, I can really struggle with pepper. I definitely can. Sunny, send us a postcard when you get to going where you're going. You'll be able to find me, don't worry. But and IV stuff, I still go to houses to do that, like especially if somebody's really sick and wore out. I will find the time to get to you if you're struggling and you need me to come to your house and do an IV. Schedule wise, yeah, things are just getting wild in my world, but it's good. It's a good wild, and I'll figure it out. I'll get some rhyme. I'll get some rhythm. Ebb and flow, right? That's the word everybody uses. Your schedule will ebb and flow, and I'll get there. Right now, I just feel like a Tasmanian devil that just is going. But I'll get it figured out. I'm gonna get in there this week and do some painting. like I want it to look cute, of course. I mean, I want plants, so pray for my plants. So far, I don't have the best record with plants, but I'd like to be, the crazy plant lady and really have some fun plants. The space has got a huge nice window, so I love that. That's what I love about my home office is I've got big windows in front of me and I can see out, and I get kind of that sun rather than so much artificial light. And my office will have that big window, so I'm really looking forward to, like, even the downtime there. I'll feel like I can sit in there when I'm not seeing clients and work on my education, work on my website. I've got so much work to do on my website. For my clients that like have packages, I'm working on it's called a vault. So that education vault where you have access to everything I bombarded you with information during your appointment, and nobody can take that in all at once. And then there's always stuff I don't have time for or I forget. So on my website, those vaults will have all of that for you. And then if you're on like a year package, every month I'll give you some homework and you'll go in, and this month, because you can't tackle it all at once. So it's going to be kind of in order of importance. Month one is always super important to get your drainage open, and we're working on your gut. And then we're not going to do food allergies anymore right out of the gate. I don't do that. In month one, we're just going to get things going. We're going to take out some major food groups or some major things out of your diet. We're going to let your stomach settle down. And that's going to be the main concern. Then month two, we're going to start talking about movement and exercise. And month three, we're really going to start talking about emotions and thoughts and routine. So I have to get that built in my website. It all exists in my head, but taking the time to like make all the Canva stuff and that, like, oh, I just need to get moved so I have some downtime and I can sit in front of my nice sunny window and sit on my computer and then greet people who occasionally come in and want to shop or want to look at retail. Or maybe some days I'll even have time for walk-in IVs or walk-in foot baths or, whatever. It's just going to be amazing. Oh, Jen can help with plants. Yeah, I need help with plants. I really do. I wished you lived closer too. You could come for the weekend, or like having Jen, she's trained by the Wellness Way too. And like, if I get too busy and I've got too many clients, then maybe Jen is going to be your girl and we'll get her some business and get you some extra attention. So I am prepared for when this blows up on me and I am too busy for one person to handle this. I've got some awesome gals that went through the Wellness Way training that are using my Cellcore products and who are ready to do things like I'm doing. So I already have a team of people that are ready to help me out. So I'm not worried about getting too big or getting too busy. I've got that much. I've got that in place. So that is really cool because this program works. The Cellcore cleanup, the detoxing, it works. Your body balances. Cool things happen. After those first 4 months, if a person's still struggling, then we're going to talk about food allergies. We're going to talk about more testing. It's great in the very beginning to at least get some basic baseline labs. I like to do blood, hormones. If those don't look good, then I really like to do urine and know what your toxicity looks like. So we can retest, in 6 months or whatever it is. And we were like, hey, like you rocked this. You got an A. Look at how much junk we got out of your body. Myself, like, I've been doing the Cellcore for almost 10 months. I'm still passing parasites when I do my full moon protocol, still passing parasites. I did a 4-day intensive fast, liquid fasted for 4 days in January, and it was amazing. But 2 weeks later, I set off dirty estrogens in my body. And I'm like, what? What is this? What's going on? Those dirty estrogens. I always knew I had estrogen dominance, my whole life. When you're getting closer to menopause and you start bleeding like you're going to die and like you have to stay home because you're ruining everything, that's estrogen dominance. If you're younger, you've got PCOS, or you've got it's sometimes that can be testosterone dominance, but that's much more unlikely. But that estrogen is trapped in your liver, even at 50 with no cycle. It just let loose out of my liver. Well, praise the Lord, it needed to. That's where down the line breast cancer comes from, is dirty estrogen that is being, like when you think about it. Oh, sorry, this video is getting long, but now I got to finish what I'm saying. When you think about estrogen cancer, you get it normally. I mean, young people can, but normally it's post-menopause when you're not even making estrogens, right? But they want to blame the estrogen. It's not the estrogen's fault. It's your damn liver. And it started years and years and years and years ago. It didn't just happen when you were 60. It didn't just happen when you were 50. That was going wrong in your body for years. So we have got to check. We've got to do a Dutch test. We've got to see what your pathways look like. Great tools like fasting, like I said, launching all those dirty estrogens. So now I've got a couple of tools in play that I'm going to help my body clean that up. I really have to support my lymph drainage. I have to support my liver and my colon drainage so my body can process those negative hormones. I don't need them, and I don't need them stored up in my liver like that. So, yay, get them out. I didn't mean to get off on that, but if somebody's watching that needed to hear it, that needs more information, you can get a hold of me. You can go to my website. There's the contact information. It's awakenedwellnessllc.com. My Facebook page is open, so anybody can message me off my private page or off my business page. I think I should be live on my business page right now, not my. I'm not even sure which button I clicked. But you can message me either way. If you're catching this on YouTube or replay on YouTube, I don't always get on YouTube to get those messages checked. I'm pretty inconsistent about that. So if you happen to be watching on YouTube and you are commenting or you need to get a hold of me, don't do it on YouTube because I don't know when I will. I don't consistently check that. I am trying to get a TikTok following going. It's super hard, but if you do TikTok at all, find me, share my videos. They're not very good. They're super amateur, but they're me. They're all genuine, and I can guarantee that no matter what I do, whether it's like this or TikTok or whatever, it will be real and it will be genuine and it will be unprofessional. and that's just how it is. I'm gonna quick see if there's any more comments or questions. Yeah, Jen too. She says she wished she lived closer, but girl, we're gonna be working together. Like we just there's so many sick people out there. There's just so many sick people, and whether you're super sick, like if you think you have Lyme disease, like we can test for it, but it's super hard to test for. Chronic fatigue, autoimmune, MS, any of that stuff, like I'll work with you. And it will take a long time to get you better. And I will be a little hard on anybody who walks in my door. We're always going to be looking for root causes of your problem. And I'm going to look you in the eye. I'm going to say, okay, well, the main root cause, the main root problem is you. That's right, you. Like your body, your poor body is only a product of your environment, of what you expose it to, of what you put in your mouth, what you put on your skin, what you breathe in the air, your emotional baggage. And so it's a whole thing. Like there too, I could use some practitioners, some therapists. My daughter has a great program to work on that emotional component. Like I say, I do the raindrop with the emotional release, but there's not enough time in the day for me to be proficient at the emotion code. So, like, if you are an emotion code practitioner or you know somebody who is, I could use those resources to refer people to. Because, especially when we get, 6 months in, 9 months in, and if I have a client that's still really struggling, like their liver is not letting go like it should, then I'm just going to use that for an example. Like, then we really need to look into your emotions, because anger, that chip on your shoulder, pride, stubbornness, it all really can set up in your liver. And like, depending on who you are listening or where you're at, that might sound like complete bullshit to you. But I, it's just real. It just is. And different people, they store things differently. Colon stuff, a lot of colon emotion in the colon is kind of traces back to when you can't express yourself and you have to hold your tongue a lot, or maybe in the past you've tried and people have really put down your opinion, so you feel like you don't matter, you don't count, you don't get to express your feelings. Or if you're even, and this can even be young people, like say if your parents broke up or you're going through um you know your parents' breakup, and you're suppressing, maybe your one of your parents or both of your parents did some really shitty things, and they didn't take account into how it affects you. Like, if you don't have someone to talk about, like, even if you're going through some serious I hate my parents, and you're not talking to an adult who can help you interpret that stuff and help you, well, just say, I get it. You can feel like that. And then help you not take it personally, help you release those things. And that old emotion stuff, traumatic emotions, it can go all the way back to birth. There's a lot of instances where, especially the trauma of that cord wrapped around a child's neck, it can lead to weird, not so understandable, like fear or almost attachment disorders, like where a child just, they trust you, but they don't trust you, and they almost have a problem with that unconditional love. Like, they can't receive unconditional love. They really get caught up, even as toddlers, into kind of a guilt and shame kind of thing, where they really feel like they have to earn your love, that it's not just, they don't trust that it's just available. So that emotion code is really amazing. They use magnet to like clear that from a kid. You use muscle testing to identify that, and it's a huge tool. Maybe someday I'll feel like I have enough time in the day to get certified in the emotional code, but right now I'm not. So if even if you're watching this video, this replay later, please tell me who you know, especially that might be local in my area, who is certified in the emotional code. A lot of that can be done virtually or whatever, but I could really use some um, assistance. I could use some people to refer clients to. So I'm all about networking all the time. Absolutely, I do not have the answers for everything. I do, through Cellcore, I have access to mentorship to awesome Cellcore doctors. So I always have somewhere to go when the pieces of the puzzle aren't fitting for me, when I need help, when I need guidance. So that is priceless, absolutely priceless. I cannot say enough about Cellcore as a company. They have been amazing, amazing in my world and in my life. Julie has a comment. Attachment issues are very common in adoption. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, everybody in the family in those circumstances need help in that transition. So, yeah, somebody who does that emotional work is it's just amazing. I'm I'll give my example. So Cellcore, unfortunately, they have manufacturing issues. So since I've been with them, it's not been in production, but they have a homeopathic formula called emotion support. And so that's kind of really why I want that bioenergetics machine, is because it reads the frequencies. So I can take that bottle. I do have one bottle, and I can take that and read the frequencies, put it in the computer, and then I can take a bottle, whether you use um, silver or distilled water, but I can put the distilled water on there and imprint the frequencies of that emotional support and have a product use. So if for no other reason, I really want that emotional support. When I was at training, so myself, I've always got a me story, because I'm walking through this and sharing my testimony um, with my clients. Like, so most of my clients are a lot like me. They're kind of my age category, similar stories, similar problems. I've had like the fibromyalgia, the Hashimoto's thyroid, that just mess. Like, I'm the most complicated client I will ever have. So when I was at training for muscle testing, I've had my whole adult life, since my babies were little, and you carry them, I don't have a hip, so it was always in this arm, but I've always had a knot in my trapezius muscle, just 24/7. It's always there. Some days it's worse than others, but it's rarely ever gone. And I mean, I've had dry needling. I don't really worry about it. It's just like part of me now. But when I did the muscle testing, they had some of that emotional support available. And we tested like how many drops of it you need. And I tested for 6 drops. So I took 6 drops of that emotional support, and that knot in my neck was gone for 6 weeks. It's back now, because apparently I don't know how to let my negative emotions go. I'm a work in progress, right? But a lot of times when you have stuff like that, those aches or pains, they have a name, or it's your job, or it's your finances. It's stress. I know I'm way worse when I'm at my laptop a lot and my shoulders are up like this. It just definitely makes it worse. But 6 drops, and that was gone for 6 weeks. And I have a bottle of it now, but like, I don't want to use it because it's the only bottle I have. So I don't know what tragedy I would be waiting for before I would give up those drops. I can live with this thing in my shoulder, and I don't, because I think I'll get that machine. So I don't want to give up my one and only bottle, because once I can get it replicated, I'll use it all day. But right now, I don't want to give up that bottle, because I need to be able to track those frequencies. So I'm going to get off of here. Who knew my video would end up being this long? I don't see my timer. I'm not sure. Oh, 43 minutes. Holy smokes. So I better get off. You guys have an awesome day. If anybody likes to lift heavy equipment, or move furniture, or paint, then come and find me. I got some stuff going on. I'm hoping to be moved like by the 1st of March, in one office and out of the other. And that's kind of right in the middle of the week. So I don't want to be rude and be moving stuff while the chiropractor is having business going on. But it'll all work out. And there's a good chance I could be not perfectly set up when I open my door. It could be just a giant mess for a couple of weeks, and we're all going to be okay with that. So, you guys have a great day. If you got on, if you got off, thank you so much for watching. Just like, everybody says, like my videos, share my videos, find me on social media, and help me not be a nobody. Like, that would be fun. Talk to you later. Have a great week.